Good evening everybody and welcome to our Centennial edition of JWE Wednesday Night Wingcrest. We're here in Toronto, Ontario, where we continue to celebrate 100 weeks of this project with 3 miniature PLEs right before the King and Queen of the Ring tournaments this weekend. We have another tag team main event in store for you all as the Phantom Thieves of Heart finally get their opportunity at the belts and look to clear the final hurdle and beat the Heroes of Chaos. Meanwhile, Senator Armstrong and Waluigi are set to be locked inside the steel cage. We have a triple threat match in the Women's Universal Division, and things might get a little awkward as Devil and Popola take to the ring as a team yet again against the Diamonds. So get ready for a night of non-stop chaos, because this is our Centennial celebration of Wingcrest. And starting off our night, introducing first, who else but Senator Stephen Armstrong.
Making his way to the ring from the good old USA, weighing in at 500 pounds, the Senator Stephen Armstrong.
And with a celebration like this, you know we had to put these two together. Inside a steel cage as well, welcome to America, baby, even though we're in Canada. But welcome to America. According to some, we're in the 51st state. I would call them wrong and deeply unaware of just, geography, but whatever. I mean, I guess Alberta, is it Alberta, right? Are they, threatening to leave Canada? And his opponent, you know what time it is. It is time for Waluigi. And here we go, crowd on their feet. Steel cage locked. And the bell rings. Waluigi immediately on the offense, but immediately turned around by Armstrong. Leg drop to the arm. And a standing moonsault crossbody. Working on the neck. Waluigi slow to his feet, Armstrong just staring him down. Irish whip into the corner, and a knee to the chest. Stomping down now, foot to the throat, no ref to break them up. And Armstrong walking Waluigi to the northwest corner, setting him up top. trapping him between the fist and the steel. And a falling fist. Elbow to the top of the head. Arm breaker. And if my notes are not lying to me, this is a matchup going to either submission or knockout. There's no escaping, there's no pinfalls. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure those are the rules. And a jumping DDT. Headlock trying to get Waluigi to submit, and Waluigi getting the escape, elbowing out. And a huge clothesline from Armstrong. Okay, no, I guess there are pins. I'm wrong, but there's one. Waluigi kicks out. Alligator rolls. Headlock pulling back. And a kick right to the spine. Waluigi, don't think it really has any idea where he is, but here we go. Jumping DDT. Scrambling for the cover. There's one. Armstrong kicks out. And a Waplex. Only one. Stomping on the hand. And Waluigi sending Armstrong for an Irish whip. Diving underneath, jumping over the top. Looking for the arm drag. No! Spinning back heel kick. And now Waluigi up top. Getting the fans to their feet. Jumping down, not entirely sure what the plan was there. But a middle rope double leg drop kick. Middle rope again, diving axe handle drop. Waluigi scrambling for the cover. Not even one. What is the referee doing? Sliding drop kick. And pulling back on the neck. Armstrong escaping, looking to get his offense going again, but Waluigi kicking him off. Kick to the chest, another Waplex, but somehow still not a knockout. Waluigi walking Armstrong to the northern ropes. Sending him down. Bottom rope stomp to the chest. Another cover. There's one, there's two, there's three. So I'm just wondering if Waluigi was trying to bait Armstrong early on? But hey, that's one way to win a match. I'm surprised it took a stomp to the chest to put Armstrong away. I thought it would take like another wallplex or something. But put these two men in the ring, you never know what you're gonna get, but it's always gonna be a classic. And now for a triple threat matchup.
The following contest is a triple threat match. Making our way to the ring from Valhalla, the 2B.
Introducing first, representing Yorha, it is 2B. And for her opponents, introducing first, it is Kaine. And last but certainly not least, representing the double-edged blade, excuse me. She is one half of your tag team champions. It is Pyra. And here go all three women ready. And here we go, ref rings the bell. And 2B immediately going after Pyra. Working on the arm, stomping down on the hand. Here comes Kaine, 2B dodging that, but a roll up from Kaine. Not even one. Kaine trying to put herself into a good dominant position here. Knife edge chop just glancing Kaine's hip. There's a neck breaker. Pyra slamming down with her fist. And a flying knee to the forehead. Kaine with an Irish whip. Delayed belly-to-belly suplex. 2B immediately turning her, or sending her down. And a kick right to the spine. Stomping on the ankle. 2B kicking Kaine off of her. Sliding leg drop. And again. Kaine. That cartwheel slam. Like, I know I tried to learn the name of that move earlier this morning. My memory is absolute crap. If that's not at all, like, obvious, I have a horrible memory. Kaine falling fist to the, or falling knee rather, to the chest. And a waistlock slam. Going for the cover now, and a diving axe handle drop from 2B, breaking that up. And unlike Monday, this is not an elimination match. First fall wins. Pyra Irish whip. Single, or a double leg drop kick, but here comes Kaine, sending Pyra into the corner. Pulling her away, middle rope, knee, just taking Pyra down, looking for the cover while 2B's out of the ring. There's only going to be one, though. Basement knee drop from Kaine. Elbow to the spine of 2B, but here comes Pyra rolling up Kaine. Not even one count as 2B breaks it up, middle rope diving. Look for the Hurricane Rana, just barely not getting the distance. And now Kaine. Powerbomb. Just laying 2B flat out in the middle of the ring. But here comes Pyra looking to steal. Kind of. I mean, forcing 2B up to her feet. Probably not the smartest plan. And now Kaine with the kendo stick. The way that Pyra's hair flew, I thought that was blood. Like, I thought, like, blood just erupted from her forehead. Nope, that's her hair. Pyra with an Irish whip. 2B rolling back into the ring. Flying step up forearm. And the cover. There's one, there's two. And 2B looking to send Pyra for an Irish whip, but Pyra with a reversal double leg dropkick. Kaine and 2B to the outside. Here comes Pyra joining them. Kaine throwing Pyra into the ring. Not joining her though, and now Pyra. Suicide clothesline to the back. And are we stuck here? We might be stuck here. Double team along the outside. Super kick with Kaine throwing 2B up over the shoulders. Again throwing Pyra into the ring. Pyra to the outside. Picking up a steel chair. Kaine throwing 2B into the ring. Pyra into the ring. And Pyra with a steel chair. I have no idea what Kaine is trying to do. Other than this game is absolutely broken because of visual concepts. Pyra going for the cover. Here comes Kaine finally coming back to her senses. Only going to be one. Two B to the outside. Diving diving elbow drop. Kaine with the H-bomb. And why are we not going after Pyra, Kaine? There's two Pyra kicks out. Pyra to the outside, grabbing a baseball bat. And Kaine kicking 2B off of her. Kaine look for another powerbomb. 2B fighting her way down, but here comes Pyra. A swing right down the middle. Perfect. Alternating forearms from Kaine. Irish whip. And a Moscow torpedo. Looking for the pin, looking for the win. 1, 2, 3.
Here is your winner,
And how long has it been since Kaine's had her name called? I don't remember, but Kaine, what a match. And for our first tag team matchup of the evening, introducing first, it is Haru Kumura and on to Kamiki.
on the way to the ring, beautiful and in Tanaka, Diamond Mine.
They are the Diamonds. And their opponents, it is Devla and Popola, the Gestalt Sisters. A few weeks ago, having a bit of a problem in the ring, shall we say. Popola letting Devla celebrate on her own after not a good night of showing. But they're back together here, so hopefully they patch things up amongst themselves. And here we go, ref rings the bell, and Devil immediately getting out of the way of On's roundhouse kick, springboard double leg drop kick, open palm slap, and an arm drag from Panther. But Devil kicking her off, forcing her up to her feet, turning her around, and a leg sweep. Into the ground and pound. Up, over the shoulders. And Haru trying to get in on the action a little bit. Devil ascending on into the corner. Tagging in Popola. And here we go, Irish whip. Double back body drop. And Popola forcing On back up to her feet, but On with a jawbreaker. Popola with the reversal right back. Bridging suplex. Leg drop across the throat from Haru. And pulling on the arm. Haru along the outside. Getting back in. And Irish whip. Back body drop. And forcing Popola back up to her feet. Knife edge chops. Drop kick, but Popola stepping out of the way. And a toss back into the corner. Tagging Devila back in. Another tag team attack, this time against Haru. Uppercut to the stomach. Haru, hammerlock, DDT. And tagging On back in. Ends Giri from Devila. Kick to the stomach. And going for the cover. 1. That probably was a 2 count, but okay. I mean, it's not 3. Toss to the corner. Are we looking for another tag team attack? Yes, we are. And this is interesting. Very interesting. A diving shoulder spear tackle. Yeah, but just a few weeks ago, like, yeah, they were completely on the wrong page, and now tag team attack after tag team attack, same page inside the Grimoire. Hopefully it's not Grimoire Vice, because holy god, that guy doesn't shut up. But that's an automatic rope break. Grimoire Azul? Grimoire Rouge? I don't know. Irish whip. Back body drop. Grimoire Verde? And a diving crossbody splash from Haru. Diving tag, Desperado tag out from Popola. Devil avoiding the grapple, but not entirely sure what's going on there. There's a double knee jawbreaker. And Haru forcing Popola back up to her feet. Guillotine DDT. But here comes Devil, sending Haru into the corner. Haru elbowing out. Strong right cross. And the cover. 1. There's 2. Devil kicks out. Haru with a leg drop. And stomping down on the forehead. Devil back up to her feet. Belly to belly suplex. And the cover, there's 2. Haru kicking out. And Devila tagging Popola back in. Grabbing Haru by the neck, up, over, down, and now to the outside. Popola knocking the distance. And now Haru forcing her into the corner. Tagging it on. Showtime attack. Here we go. Double clothesline. And On has been on the apron for a while now, so she should be pretty fresh. Popola avoiding with a reversal, another belly-to-belly suplex. Into the cover, immediately drawing in Haru. And Popola lining up something that On would not love to be on the receiving end of. 1, 2, 3. You know, I was waiting for the other shoe to drop. If you couldn't hear in my voice, I was just like, okay, when is this gonna turn around? But man, just a few weeks ago, not even in the same book, not even in the same genre of literature. And now tonight, not even on the same, not just on the same page, not just on the same sentence, not just on the same word, the exact same letter. So I guess it's just water under the bridge, excuse me. Or am I being too optimistic? I don't know.
Here are your winners, Debra and Hyper Damage Control.
Oh man, you should see the look on my face. I am just relieved. I am relieved. look, I try to be as bipartisan as I possibly can, but I don't think it's a secret that I love these two. And for our next matchup of the evening, it is a special guest referee match. And welcome our special guest referee. It is 9S. And if this was a little bit earlier on, I would say that, pretty sure he'll call it down the middle, but now I'm not so sure. Because 9S has been on a... He's having moments. Yeah. I didn't know how to phrase that other than that. Sorry. And for opponents in this match, introducing first, it is the ultimate hope, the ultimate lucky student, the one, the only, Nagito Komaeda. And his opponent, it is the ringleader himself,
Weighing in at 149 pounds,
Jaren. And here we go, both men ready. Crowd on their feet. And 9S rings the bell. And of course we have our special refometer in the top left corner of the screen. as Nagito and Jaren lock each other up. Nagito with a choke, but Jaren getting out. And now roll up, going for the cover. There's one. And Nagito with a flying knee, but Jaren getting out of the way. Irish whip. Over the top. And a long one for the pin out. There's a satellite DDT from Nagito. Stomp to the wrist. And Jaren with an arm drag reversal. Stomp to the lower thigh. Stomp to the ankle. And Jaren split leg stomp to the gut. And the cover. There's one. There's only one. Double foot stomp to the elbow. And another pin attempt. 1, 2. Just planting the foot into the stomach. And stomping down on the chest. Jaren running double leg drop kick. Nagito crawling to the corner. Jaren looking for the flying knee, but Nagito baiting that. There's one. Jaren to the outside, getting back in. And a jumping neck breaker from Nagito. Blocked. Jaren sending Nagito to the outside. And Naina starting his count a little bit early. Getting the 3 before Nagito jumps in. Nagito elbowing out. And a toss to the corner. Nagito lining up, flying drop kick to the chest. Jaren slow to his feet. Nagito sending him into the corner yet again, choking him down. And 9S giving Nagito a bit of a warning. Really taking this refereeing thing seriously. Flying 5-star frog splash into the cover. There's one. There's two. Deemed an inconsistent count, apparently. And Nagito lining up the stomp, but no, Jaren turning that around with an RKO. Nagito again in the corner. Running knee connects, and Jaren with a clothesline. Irish whip. Scoop slam, no, Nagito escaping. And the cover. 1, 2, 2. Jaren to the outside, Nagito joining him, both men on the apron. And I have no idea what's going on. There's a neck breaker from Nagito. Sending Jaren into the corner. Jaren elbowing out. 9S at 4. Make that 5. And they need to be careful. Referee already at 7. Very fair. And a takedown. Looking for the tap out. And Jaren escaping. Turning Nagito around. Belly to back suplex. Roundhouse kick. And the cover. 1, 2. Again, inconsistent counts. That probably should have been a 3. But Jaren locking in a wrist. Clutch. Nagito escaping immediately. Jaren the reversal. Butterfly suplex into the cover. 1, 2. Long 2. That felt a little bit fast to me. Maybe 9S overclocked a little bit. I don't know. But there's a frontal slam. Into the cover. 1, 2, 3. And my concerns about 9S, not unfounded, but not coming to fruition. That was very fair. And I forgot to mention during the match, but these two men preparing themselves for the King of the Ring tournament. And I have to say, if these two face off against each other on, I believe it's going to be Sunday, that's going to be an interesting one. It's definitely going to be interesting. And now our penultimate matchup of the evening. It is a first 2 out of 3 preparation match. Introducing first, she is your women's Nexus champion. It is the Ice Queen, Mitsuru Kirijo. Of course, Kasumi already punching her ticket to the Queen of the Ring tournament with her win at the Chamber last month. Or in the Chamber, rather, last month. So, she's already good. And then Mitsuru with her matchup against Laura just, was it last week? Doing very well, just coming up just a bit shy. But doing just enough just to, for us to give her the nod. So with these two guaranteed to be in the tournament, they decided, why not? Just preparing themselves for the tournament. Or preparing each other for the tournament.
Tokyo, Japan, the Phantom
And I already spoiled it, but her opponent, representing the Phantom Thieves of Heart, Kasumi Yoshizawa. And here we go, crowd on their feet, here we go. And ignore that on the left side of the screen. I wish there was a way to turn that off, but no, of course not. Why would you want to turn off useless UI shit? Anyway, immediately locking up, wrist lock from Mitsuru. And Kasumi avoiding the clothesline on the offense herself. Irish whip throwing Mitsuru over the top rope, and Kasumi sliding out of the ring. Locking up. Mitsuru throwing her down. Double leg drop kick. And Mitsuru walking Kasumi to the apron, head first into the iron. And back into the ring we go. Kasumi, chicken wing, face slam into the cover. They go up 1-0. There's 1, 2, nope. Double foot stomp. Kasumi forcing Mitsuru back up to her feet, looking for the uppercut, but Mitsuru pushing that away, walking Kasumi to the northern ropes. Irish whip. Looking for the trip, but Kasumi sliding out of the way. Mitsuru, Hurricane Rana. And now a headlock, trying to do the impossible, trying to force Kasumi to tap out. Yeah, no, that's not happening. Irish whip to the corner, kick to the chest. Elbow right between the shoulder blades, but Mitsuru elbowing out. And as I was saying, or what I was referring to, or however you want to phrase that, this is a match that both of them agreed on, both to prepare themselves and the other person. There's a flying crossbody for Mitsuru. Only 1. I believe it was Mitsuru's idea. Mitsuru kick to the spine. Wandering around, Kasumi using the corner to get back up to her feet. Running clothesline. And here we go, alley-oop. Into the cover, only 1 yet again. And now Mitsuru in the corner. Cartwheel clothesline. There's 1. 2. Kasumi kicks out. Still 0-0. And now figure 4, figure 8. Putting pressure on the joints. And releasing the hold. Kasumi putting up too much resistance. think the arena would blow up if a Kasumi were to somehow get submitted. There's 1, 2, still 0-0. Mitsuru kneeling enziguri. Kasumi to the western ropes. Mitsuru with a big boot sending her tumbling to the outside. Heading up top. Moonsault over the ring post. And back to the ring. There's 1, 2, still no. At this point, it's going to be who can get the first. At this point, it's going to be a first 1 out of 1 falls. Hurricane Rana again. And now, just unloading on each other. Right hands, knife edge chops, reversals. Somehow these two getting into a boxing match. And Kasumi putting an end to that with a roundhouse kick. And now, slingshot double leg drop kick. Forcing Mitsuru back up to her feet. Chicken wing. Mitsuru getting the escape with the clothesline. And a spear. That's got to put her on the scoreboard, right? There's 1. There's 2. No! Still no! This match alone, absolutely worth the price of admission. And we're not even at the first count. We're not even at the first fall. Figure 8, Mitsuru trying again. Looking to do the impossible. Bridging. Will we get a tap out? No, still Kasumi puts up a resistance. Mitsuru saying, how about I do it again? Figure 8. Putting pressure on the legs. Still no. And this is what I was saying, like, at this point, it might just be who gets the first fall. Hammer drop from the heavens, going for the cover. 1, 2, and finally we have a pinfall. Mitsuru Kirijo 1, Kasumi Yoshizawa 0, but we still have at least 1 more to go. Kasumi back up to her feet. Mitsuru Irish whip. Rolling neck breaker. Kasumi pushing that away. Stun dog millionaire. Kasumi looking to get some offense generating. Because she's been on the back foot for the past, 5 minutes? And Mitsuru with a reversal. 1, 2, Kasumi Yoshizawa kicking out. Block. And Kasumi powerbomb middle of the ring. Forcing Mitsuru up. Turning her around. Suplex. Sumi, you should probably go for a pin if you want to tie this up. Bring this to sudden death, but heading up top. High risk, high reward, spiral tap. Connects. Not quite scrambling for the cover, but cover nonetheless. There's two. Mitsuru kicks out. Still 1-0. Planted backbreaker. Kasumi heading up top yet again. I think Mitsuru might be a little bit wise to the plan, but no, spiral tap again connects. Looking for the tie, looking to bring sudden death. There's one, there's two. Next fall wins. A main event level match in the penultimate card. There's one, there's two. The schoolgirl does not do it. Look for mutual clotheslines. Mitsuru somehow connects first. Sweet chin music. Knife edge. The natural selection, the natural conclusion. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I think they're prepared. I think they are prepared for the tournament. No question. Oh my god. We're probably gonna have like a movie's worth of highlights. Well, it gives me a chance to catch my breath.
Here is your winner, Miss Kirijo.
Yeah. Yeah, again, I think that they are as prepared as they can be for Saturday. If that's when the tournament takes place. I still don't know when I'm going to upload that, but... yeah, wow. And now for our main event of the evening. Introducing first. They are your challengers in this championship match. It is Ren Amamiya and Ryuji Sakamoto, the Phantom Thieves of Heart. And their opponents, they are your men's tag team champions. It is the Hero of Chaos and the Champion Slayer, Zeke Von Genbu, and the Aegis Driver Rex, the Heroes of Chaos. And after months of waiting, it is finally here. Seriously, when was the last time the belt was even on the line? I don't remember. It's felt like it's been ages.
The following contest is a tag team match set for one fall and is for the Grand Prix Men's Tag Team Championship. Introducing the challengers at a combined weight of 301 pounds, Ray Eugene Sakamoto and the Phantom the Heart Foundation. And their opponents at a combined weight of 402 pounds, the Grand Prix Men's Tag Team Champions, Rex and Zeke, the Irresistible Force, Dynamite, the Disciples of Darkness.
Here we go. Zeke, Rex, handing the ref their belts. And will we crown a new champion at the end of the night? Or will they stay home? Only one way to find out. Ryuji, Rex, first in the ring. And here we go. Ryuji immediately beginning rushing Rex, running a swinging neckbreaker, forcing him back up to his feet, and tossing Rex into the corner. Are we looking for an early Showtime attack? Yes, we are. Only 5 seconds into the match. A Showtime attack. Keeping no prisoners. There's a moonsault. And rebounding into that double leg dropkick. And Joker Ryuji, they have been on a tear as of late. Haven't looked at the stats, but I genuinely wouldn't be surprised if they were like, I don't know, 4-1 in their last 5 or something like that. 7-3, 8-2 in their last 10. I'm just making up numbers, but like I genuinely would not be surprised if they were like around that area. They have been on a hot streak as of late. And Rex with the reversal. Scoop slam. Looking for the falling knee, but Joker gets out of the way. And a spear right to the knee. Toss to the corner, tagging Ryuji back in. Another Showtime attack. And Rex back on the offense. Going for a quick cover. There's only a short one. Kick to the chest. Rolling Ryuji around, neck breaker. Trying to get momentum back into their favor. And a knee right into the shoulder. Rex tags out Zeke in. And with a rush this early, I am a little bit concerned if the Phantom Thieves run out of SP early. Because if you're in win now mode and you don't win now, then yeah, you're kind of screwed. Zeke with a knee right to the jaw. Middle rope. Getting Ryuji back up to his feet. And stepping out of the way. Ryuji forcing Zeke back up to his feet. Working him to the southern ropes. Scoop slam. And tagging Joker in. Not a Showtime attack this time. Looking for the tackle to the knees. Zeke seeing that coming, jumping over. Smart decision. And now an Irish whip of his own. There's a scoop slam. Zeke along the outside. Slingshot, double leg drop kick. Joker to the outside. Heading back in. Zeke in the ring. I have no idea what's going on. Joker in the ring. Hot shot sending Ryuji off. And a toss to the corner. Chain attack. Chain attack for the champions. Axe handle drop to the spine. And Rex forcing Joker back up to his into a kneeling position. Rebound double leg drop kick. And Joker with an arm breaker. Forcing Rex back up to his feet. Toss to the corner. Tagging in Ryuji. Another Showtime attack. This time, double back elbows. Zeke looking for the tag out. Ryuji making sure that Rex doesn't move an inch. DDT from Ryuji. Middle rope allowing Rex to crawl away. Ryuji, what are you doing? Allowing Zeke back into the ring. Strong right hand from Ryuji going after Rex. There's a facebuster. Making sure he stays off the apron for a while, but allowing Zeke back up to his feet. Going for the cover. One. There's only one. Joker a little bit premature into the ring. And the People's Elbow. One of the most electric moves in all of sports entertainment, and that's a near fall. Joker, you probably should have waited until that to break it up. Ryuji not back up to his senses fast enough, but outside of the ring, bringing Zeke out with him. This is either a blunder or a brilliancy. Me when I sack my rook. Walking Zeke, trying to walk him, but Zeke elbowing out. Scoop slam. Cover for the title to retain. There's one, there's two, there's three. And a title shot wasted for the Phantom Thieves. They had all the momentum going, and then they fell at the last hurdle. That's how it goes sometimes. And that was probably the biggest blunder of the match. Joker, you did not need to enter the ring at that moment.
Here are your winners, and still Grand Prix Men's Tag Team Champions, Rex and Pink, the irresistible force, Dynamite
And as we watch the celebration,
of Darkness.
I would like to thank you all for joining us here tonight and hope to see you on Friday for our 100th edition of Eclipse as we enter the weekend with the King and Queen of the Ring tournaments to determine who will be facing off against the champions of their choices at Summer SmackDown. But until then, we are signing out from Toronto, Ontario. See ya.